Yeah.
Lindsay, aka IGB, aka Nintendo 64. Not 64, 64. Aka the Miracle Man. Bio. This man is a legend. He'll cross you on the court, crisscross applesauce. And after he drops you, he'll freestyle and drop a diss track about you while you're still falling. Whether he's driving to the paint, clutching up late in the game. All this man gets is buckets, call him the miracle plan. When the clock ticking low, they scream miracle man. Cross him up, break the floor, leave him stuck with it. This guy right here, his name is Hunter, aka Hunt, or Be Hunted, aka the Headhunter. Bio, he might sell cars, but he's got the drive to take any conversation to the next level. He throws gas on the fire and delivers one mean handshake. This man doesn't tire, but he keeps it rolling. But let's pump the brakes real quick. One more thing, some may not understand, but two words that I can say would be Indy Hartwell. ... This guy right here, this is Joshua, not J-O-S, J-O-S-H-U-A, J-A-S-H-U-A. Bio, ooh la la la. It's a message and it trust the process, yeah, just like the vision that it will. La 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 la. Wrestling with Progression Podcast. Yeah. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Wrestling with Progression. And of course, like and subscribe. Click that nice red juicy button that you see there. I know you see that red juicy button, you know. But today we have a guest. So, I hope you folks ready for this. So, he is one half of one of the most exciting tag teams on the independent scene today. Of course, he's part of PME. So, he's a four-time AIW tag team champion, former Alpha One tag team champion, two-time Glory Pro tag team champion, 2019 Chandler Biggins Memorial Cup winner, former Forever Freelance Underground Tag Team Champion, and he's part of the historic over 1,000-day Wild Zero Tag Team Champion reign, and a four-time Mega Tag Team Champion. And individually, Marino, he's a former ACW Super H champion and current House of Heat Intensity champion. Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, for the people behind their screens, and even the squirrels, everyone get on your feet and please welcome Marino!
I didn't even know you could hold a note that long.
Yeah, let's go.
How we doing? Doing pretty good. Glad you could make it
Oh,
out.
man.
Sure. Woo! My voice is cracking a little bit. We're good.
I'm gonna have to get announcers to start doing it like that, man. You feeling all right? Are you all good? Yeah, held that pretty long.
Oh yeah. Well, glad you can make it out, Marino.
Thank you for having me, man. Thank you. I know you had my man Philly out here not too long ago.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
So I knew I had to stop by.
Oh yeah, definitely a pleasure. So before we kick off anything, we always ask a question. What led you into wrestling? Or actually, a better question, going from breadsticks to kendo sticks.
Oh,
Olive Garden, heard about that.
Okay, yeah. Hey, we're all family here, you know? Man, I don't know. So when I was a kid, my great-grandma watched wrestling all the time.
Mm-hmm.
She's the one who actually got me into it. But I kind of got out of it after high school, went to OU for college, doing great, got home. Pops is like, hey, man, we don't have enough money to send you back. And I was like, oh, all right, cool. Well, time to find another avenue.
Mm-hmm.
Found Olive Garden, said, this is making money, but this ain't for me.
Yep.
Then I found wrestling. My cousin used to be Adam Cage. I'm not sure if you guys recognize the name. He was big in like Cleveland All-Pro Wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
He was a trainee under JT Lightning. So I don't know if you guys remember JT
Yeah.
Lightning.
Yeah.
The Godfather.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's awesome.
yeah, kind of got me into it. I was starting to get myself into some trouble, in real life trouble. And then wrestling came along and took me all out of that. So, yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Man, I would just say, like, as far as AIW goes, what was it like in the early stages? You know, there.
Man, so when Philly and I first got to AIW, I mean, so this year I'm 10 years in.
Mm-hmm.
That was probably 8 years ago. So about 2 years in, we come over to AIW from Mega, and at that point, especially more than ever, it was a melting pot, man. Everybody on the indie scenes was coming there and trying to make a name for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And being around all those guys who, I mean, you guys see it. How many of them are on television now?
Yeah.
So it was like, oh, this is where we want to be. It was nerve-wracking for sure.
Yeah.
But that's kind of where we stuck our flag and have been there ever since.
Gotcha.
Awesome.
Yeah, I know. So I mentioned this on our last podcast with Philly, but my first match at AIW was at Wrestle Rager, which I missed the first match, but the second match was PME in it with Bill Alfonso. So I immediately resonated with you
Fonzie,
guys.
man, love that man.
So I was just curious, was Fonzie from the beginning? Did you kind of pick him up along the way? And
So Fonzie came from, could say regrettably, a stint that we had with one Matt Cardona, and at that time Chelsea Green. We were in a little group together, right? You know, we were kind of on some hard times, and thought Matt Cardona had our back, so we followed him along, and Fonzie was right there with us. And when we realized Matt wasn't looking out for the best for PME, we decided to turn on Matt, and Fonzie came along with us. So
Yeah.
see,
yeah,
see
been a
smart tag team options.
yeah, right. So last couple years he's been with us. Yeah.
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 That's awesome.
As far as Philly goes, man, he talked obviously about you guys' friendship, but what does he mean to you as far as what?
Man, that guy, I swear to God, I could go all day about that guy. No, I'm just man, Philly's truthfully my best friend in and out of the ring. We met, I think, my first or second training session at Mega, and it was literally one of those things where we're just like, hey, man, you want to hang out outside of here? Yeah, absolutely. We were already kind of vibing when we were in the ring, just working on drills. Chemistry was easy, unmatched. Like, we could go all day long. It was easy. And once we started hanging out outside of wrestling, realized we had a lot in common, and the way we saw wrestling was very similar. So we kind of just stuck to it since then. I mean, when we first started, our trainer was literally looked at us and went, yeah, I don't know what to do with you, so be a team.
Yeah.
And we're like, all right, we're going to be the best goddamn team we can be.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I think that just speaks on it because, like, I've been watching matches all week, and you guys remind me of like the Hart Foundation, where it's just like that technical.
That's high praise. Thank you.
Yeah, and there's a move. I think it's against To Infinity Beyond, where you guys. It's kind of like the Jeff Hardy, where he runs off the back and hits him with the legs, but you guys did it into like a forward like slam. And I was like, that's like the inverse of the heart attack. And just ever since then, plus the whole erotic city, the pink and everything, I'm just like, these guys are like the Hart Foundation, which I don't know if that's how big of a compliment that is, but I think
I mean, come on, man. The Hart Foundation, Bret Hart, come on.
Yeah.
But,
I think that just speaks to you in Philly, though, that like you guys are like brothers essentially.
100%. And again, that goes inside and outside of the ring. And like we took a lot of inspiration from people like the Hart Foundation, the Hardys. I mean, I jump off his back to the outside. It's poetry in motion. You've seen it a million times. But yeah, a lot of those. Sorry, I don't know if you guys hear, baiting in the back, But yeah, man, it's been a fun journey with him, and we ain't done yet.
Man, that's freaking awesome. When you think about that, like you in Philly, was it just instant chemistry, or did you guys continue to build on that? How was that when you noticed that you guys just clicked in the ring?
Man, it was almost instantaneous. Like I was saying, we were doing drills against each other,
Yeah.
and we were like, man, this is too easy. It's like butter, man. We're just slipping and sliding. It's easy.
Yeah.
And then once they put us as a team, it just kind of made it that much easier to just put everything together. It was like, oh man, I do this move, well, I do this move, and it's like, oh man, we can make something cool out of that. The Sunset Dreams, I don't know, I'm sure you guys have seen it a million times.
Yeah.
That just kind of came out of, well, man, I do this, well, I do this. Once we did it like this.
Man.
And now it's been beating foes and winning us championships ever since.
Yeah, I mean, that accomplishments list Josh went off at the beginning. It's just like it just didn't stop. Like I think it might have been the longest accomplishment sheet we went through this time.
Hey man, when we show up to a tag division, we take over because at the end of the day, we care about tag team wrestling, and I get it, man. Especially on the independents, you go around and sometimes you have divisions where there are two singles guys who are just in a team together who. Sure, they might be able to be good because they're good together, so they kind of make a good team, but they don't have that chemistry.
Yeah.
They don't have the intelligence of tag team wrestling to continue to carry it on. So that's what we want to do. We want to go to tag divisions, make them strong, build them up, and build other tag teams.
Yeah.
I think
awesome.
you can blatantly see that in a ring between two guys they just throw together. Let's try it out, and then you guys. Like, I mean, you can just see it in a ring. So when it comes to that chemistry, is it any styles that you, I say, like to work with or struggle to work with, or it took some time to work with? So lucha style, brawlers, maybe bigger guys.
I'm not sure. I think maybe it took us a little longer to particular like hardcore styles.
Ooh.
Only because we love wrestling, right?
Yeah.
And nothing against a hardcore style. It just wasn't our cup of tea at first.
Right.
Over time, yeah, we've been thrown into some matches, man. I've been hit over the top of the head with light tubes from Mance Warner. You know what I mean? We've gone through it for sure.
Man.
Brickster, I still remember. You hit me with a bundle of tubes, and I'm never gonna forget. If you ever show back up to AIW, it's on site.
Oh no, we're setting out hits now.
But also just gonna throw it out there, guys. I appreciate you mentioning my singles accolades as well. I didn't know if that was gonna come out, if I was gonna have to brag about it myself.
Of course.
No. We definitely cover that. I mean, heck, one thing we like to do is also just check on you guys, you know, emotionally as well, because it's not just all about wrestling. It's just seeing where you guys are at. Obviously, seeing Philly, we covered that with Philly as well. How you feeling just in general? I mean, new dad and
Tired. Tired, man. No, honestly, overall, it's brought like a whole new gratitude to my life having a son, and seeing him grow and change and adapt every single day is so cool. To think like, holy crap, I was like you at one point. That's wild.
Yeah.
It's an adjustment with wrestling and a son, but it also makes me want to make it to the very top even more.
Yeah.
So the weight on my shoulders feels a little heavier, but I'm also more fired up than ever to relieve that weight off my shoulders.
Man, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask Josh. I feel like you haven't asked a question yet.
Honestly, after that, it's kind of hard for me to come up with a follow-up question.
Sorry.
No apologies. No, that's just because I think the best, like when we go to shows, I went with my brother to the first show right after you had your son, and we watched Philly's match. Philly's match was like the first match out there, and he hadn't been to an independent show before, and he's seeing Philly out there, and he's like, oh, this is awesome, and he loved that match. And I think just like with you and like
He won that match. Just
it was amazing. Yeah, it was good, and he goes and fights Sam at the next show. It was fantastic.
I'm gonna keep my thoughts to myself on Sam Hardway Holloway.
But to go into more of like you got all this on your shoulders. How do you guys do that, but also keep like the fun-loving energy that your tag team brings? Because it's such a fun-loving, like it doesn't feel like you guys are forcing anything. It's just entertaining and out there, and I love like.
I think at the end of the day, we just love what we do. And that's what it comes down to. And we've always been under the feeling of if we're out there having a good time, everyone else is going to have a good time.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes we just try not to care too much about the little things and just love what we're doing. Especially now having a kid, it's like, I mean, I'm going to appreciate every moment I got while I'm out here.
That's awesome.
I'd like to cover in how do you I wouldn't say struggle, but how do you recover, especially with putting your body through that? I know Philly kind of covered, he was going through some issues weight-wise, and he kind of leaned on you when, he was going through that. So how do you handle yourself as far as recovering and taking care of yourself?
So truthfully, I've done a lot of like studying on that kind of stuff. I've done a lot of studying on how to best recover, whether it's stretching or ice baths or chiropractor work. I see a chiropractor every 2 weeks. It's the greatest feeling ever. Yeah, it's so nice, man. I wish I could afford to do like saunas more often and things like that, but it's just trying to be wary of your body and listening to your body and staying consistently in the gym, even if you're not trying to, gain some muscle on that day. It's just enough to get that lactic acid out.
Yeah.
I grew up playing baseball, traveled a lot, did all the tournaments, did all the scouting sessions and things like that. Almost, I could have gone D3, but instead your boy wanted to party and have a good time. So it is what it is, right? But because of experiences like that, I've learned how to train as an athlete, lift as an athlete, and then also recover as one too.
Gotcha.
So I'm just trying to carry it over.
So who do you think can hit a farther ball, you or Austin James?
Oh, man.
I don't know. You should ask Slugger. Once upon a time, we were on the same team. Who was varsity? Who was JV?
Ooh.
You asked Slugger that question.
Ooh.
Oh, man.
Hitting dingers and the best tag team out there. What can he do?
But yeah, speaking of which, Marino, so what has been one of like the top memorable moments for you, just individually and also as a tag team, you would say?
Dang, man. Something that was, I would say, super rewarding, gratifying, reassuring, and rewarding in the sense of rewarding my child, like, figure from inside. Wrestling the Machine Guns, man. I grew up watching the Motor City Machine Guns and was like enamored by them because I at some point left WWE fandom to be a TNA fan because of how different it was and the style of wrestling. I was like, man, that's something I can do. And I'm watching Alex Shelley, Chris Sabin, who now if I compare myself to, I'm like, man, we're the same size. Like, there's no way, and like that's no knock. All right, they're super fit, super lean. I love you, Alex Shelley, but it's just like, man, I could do that. And they had such a pace to them. They were so fast, so quick, so explosive, and the fact that we got a chance to get in the ring with them, especially right before they went to WWE, it was like, man, that is so gratifying to know we can step in the ring with them and hang with the very best.
Man.
So
see, I gushed about that match with Philly last time we were on, and it's just like it doesn't slow down, it doesn't get stale. Like it's just an entertaining match throughout. So if like besides just the pacing, was there anything else you learned from the Machine Guns in that match?
Really just like reassuring on when and where things need to happen, where and when to do something. Also, they were very good at, hey, if this is going to happen here, later on, that's why this is going to happen. And then had a good way. Like you said, it felt like it was always action, but you were like rewarded for paying attention to it by how things flowed throughout the match.
Yeah. And I think that's the beauty in wrestling. So like for you guys to hit that, it's just like that's the beautifulness of wrestling. It's not always just hitting each other and jumping off stuff. So I do really appreciate that match.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. We appreciate getting to do it, and I mean, there's still times where it'll come back up through my feed or something like that, and I'm like, holy crap, we really did that. That's crazy, man. Now all we need is the Hardys. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean they're
still going,
They're
man.
still
They're the
going.
goats.
Yeah.
They're for sure the goats. They are my goats. We've met Matt, never met Jeff, but would love to meet them both in the ring sometime before their time's done.
Gotcha. Do you have a favorite Hardy?
Oh yeah, Jeff.
Jeff?
Sorry, Matt. Sorry. But
okay, Matt.
I was just a Jeff guy, man. I don't know. I've never been the biggest talker in the world, but like neither was Jeff Hardy. And there was just something about him that you were just like drawn to him. I couldn't figure out what it is. The only word you could ever come up with is enigma, because there was just something polarizing about, like, it just drew you right in.
Like I feel like with Jeff Hardy's style, it was always just you could see him, like the actual him in the ring. What he puts into the ring, you're like, man, I bet you he's like that outside of the ring.
And he is. He is, yeah.
My body, who cares? Jump off this.
Yeah,
It's just like,
yeah.
but sometimes I just admire what you guys do because you guys put your bodies on the line to not only because you're having fun, you are doing something you want to do, but to entertain us. And I mean, I just applaud you guys for that as well.
Thank you, man. Yeah, we appreciate we appreciate that too.
Man.
For sure.
We've been talking so much about matches. There's so all the venues that we've been to have different setups. You know, like at Globe Iron, I think the ramp goes right up to the ring, but like at Wrestle Rager, you're coming right into the concrete. There is a match, I think it's against Infinity Beyond, and I think it's so cool. You run at Philly, and Philly's on the ground, and he launches you up, and you jump over and hit the guy. I'm just curious, like, is that a easier spot to do when it's in an arena where you can like where the ramp isn't slanted down and you have that little bit of a walkway and you're able to do that? And like, do you prefer when the ramp is right up against the ring, or when you're, it's got the little bit of like the hallway?
So was it something where I ran off the ramp and he threw me into the ring?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, a spot like that, sure. Yeah, I don't think Philly's strong, but I don't think he's tossing me off the ground into the ring like that, right?
No.
But I think that's another part that makes it fun. Shout out Matt Justice. I learned something from him early on, where you show up to a venue, take a second to stop and look around, see what you're working with. You know what I mean? Because although we're not Matt Justice and diving off balconies, I will leave that to Matt.
That was crazy too.
It is. But like, yeah, you look at something like that and you go, oh, the ramp's going to the ring. Well, maybe something comes along and we use that somehow.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I was just thinking myself, it's kind of off topic there, but you've obviously traveled a lot. Who you think is like the goofiest or just funniest? Because when we talk to Philly, it's like Wes Barkley just has these intrusive thoughts that just go out.
Man, he is up there for sure.
Yeah, it's like,
Did he tell you about the time when Wes Barkley was like, sometimes I just, when you're driving, you ever just look outside and play I Spy with yourself?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and we're like, just looking at stuff? What are you talking about? Man, honestly though, Philly can't put himself, but Philly's probably one of the goofiest people out there for sure.
Yeah.
You get him going, watch out. He is a fuse.
With the jazz on too.
Oh yeah, smooth jazz for sure, for sure. Man, I love him to death, but sometimes I'm like he'll be driving. I'm like, how are you listening to this, bro? This is putting me to sleep. Like, what the heck? But at the same time, I get it, man. I'm at the gym sometimes, and your boy's listening to lo-fi. Yeah. I don't know if you guys know what that is.
Yeah.
And it's like something about it. It just like it takes your thoughts and just makes you focus twice as hard because you're not listening to anything else.
Yeah. Oh man, that's awesome. I think he does short sell himself on how funny
everything.
He can be
He short sells himself on everything. Talking to you.
Because like the way he made it seem like he was just this librarian driving a car overnight. It's just like, yeah, I'll put everyone to sleep. That's why I drive at night. It's like, man.
He likes his alone time, I guess.
Yeah, I feel it.
After a long show, of course, you need some smooth jazz. They're driving back to Erotic City.
Oh, of course.
How is Erotic City, by the way? I've never been.
Oh, man. Well, shoot. You're welcome anytime. All three of you guys, anytime. Come check it out. Erotic City's great, man. Yeah. Takes care of you.
Yeah.
Wherever you lay your head at night, you can find Erotic City.
All right. I'm booking my ticket.
Yeah, absolutely. One-way flight because you're not going to want to leave.
Is it close to Electric Avenue by chance?
It's, around the way.
All right. That makes sense.
Man.
Oh yeah, one of the things that we noticed about Philly too, he's an anime fan. Are you an anime fan too?
Big time. We're a couple of pirates.
Oh man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Actually, I'll argue I'm probably a much bigger anime fan as a whole, but me and him we're big on One Piece for sure.
Right.
Oh goodness. So I have to ask you this question. What character you think describes you for One Piece and also describes Philly? Because I know Philly, I believe he said ace last time.
I mean, I can agree that he is like an ace because he's a hothead. You know what I mean? Like you say one thing and everyone's gonna know what that one thing is to set him off, and they're gonna say it. And he knows they're trying to set him off, but it still sets him off.
Yeah.
You know. Man, who's most like? I don't know, man. My favorite character is Sanji, right?
Sanji,
like
yes.
he's smooth, cool,
Yeah.
slick. Just minus the simp part. All right, man. I ain't getting nosebleeds. All right.
Right.
But man, like one of my favorite lines is something along the lines of he beats some bad villain. He just calmly lights a cigarette and goes, "Nothing stronger than the power of love." And I was like, yeah, I relate to that. I relate to that for sure. So yeah, I'll go Sanji.
Awesome.
I'll go Sanji. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I guess my question while we're on anime, since you said you might be a bigger anime fan, what's a current one that you're probably getting into is probably newer?
I wouldn't say I'm like just getting into. Well, I just finished Solo Leveling. I don't know if you've seen that.
Yeah.
But I've been watching the new season of JJK,
Yep.
Jujutsu Kaisen. Yeah. I just like the fight scenes in that.
Oh my God.
Oh, goodness.
Maki. Crazy.
Went off on everybody.
Yeah, I know.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's fun. But hey,
I don't know how to keep the anime conversation going still because I'm a little out of the anime realm. So I don't know if you guys want to ask any more anime questions.
I
don't want
So
to
wait,
take it off yet.
I'll just real quick. Did you guys watch what was it, Toonami as a kid?
Oh,
Any of you
yes,
guys?
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And I was just watching something the other day where like it was when the robot's in the ship and like it was in between like episodes he would give like a speech.
yeah.
Man, that dude was giving some motivational ass speeches.
He was.
I was like,
Yeah,
man,
he was.
motivating us and we didn't even know it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kept that my whole life, you know?
Man, it's nice to go back and sometimes just look at the past like, man, I miss it sometimes.
But it's cool, man. If you really look at some of it and you're like, man, this kind of did mold me in a way, right? Like
Yeah,
I did take
absolutely.
something from this. And I think I've been doing that a lot as a new father because I'm like, man, what am I going to do? Like, what's going to mold him? It's a different day and age now. So,
I'd say, heck, my personal experience, I got 3. So,
okay.
it just,
Shoo.
yeah, I know.
Busy man.
But just, building that relationship with them and then just seeing that they're like your clones almost. The things that you watch. Like if I'm in front of a wrestling screen, they're in front of a wrestling screen. And I think those are the moments you will enjoy the most.
Oh, yeah.
In the future, it's just seeing like, man, I remember I was yay high just staring at a screen myself.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I just say
I can't
enjoy
wait
it.
for the days of roughhousing, taking Hurricane Ranas on the couch or Swanton Bonds from him off the couch, right? Oh, yeah. My bad. I get you.
Now he has to drink out of the mystery canister.
Hey, man, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. I understand.
Oh my goodness.
Anyone wants to get us back on track on wrestling?
Yeah. So when we talked to Philly, obviously 10 years on the road, you've crossed so many people. Is there any like unsung teams or people that you've been in the ring with that you're like, man, I want another in the ring with them, or I just love more attention on them?
I'm gonna feel bad because I'm definitely gonna leave here today and be like, oh, I should have said them or this team or that team. I will give a shout out to a team that unfortunately can't be a team anymore because one member of the team, Jake Bosch, got hurt and can no longer wrestle. Shout out the new guys. They were a team from St. Louis area. They were awesome, man. They were so fun to work. We worked them a lot in Glory Pro for honestly a year and a half straight. And as good guys, bad guys, all of it. And like we had fun with them. They were younger, but they came to us. They really cared to learn and applied everything that we were able to share with them. And we ain't saying we know everything, but it's the way wrestling works. You pass down what you're taught. Yeah. And they soaked it up, and every match was just more and more fun with them. So that's definitely a team I like to give a shout out to, even though, unfortunately, they're not teaming right now.
Gotcha. And to piggyback off of that, since you said you guys faced at Glory Pro, is there any other like local, and maybe not even local, but any other indie promotions you guys enjoy going to when you're like, I want to be at every show they have, or?
Yeah, I mean, Glory is definitely one of them.
Okay.
Alpha One's another big one. Alpha One's a blast, man. Man, House of Heat, I was there yesterday. I think that's a fun locker room. Obviously AIW, but I was talking with a buddy of mine. I don't know if you guys know Cody Lane. He's a Southern Flamingo. He's a guy from also the St. Louis area. And man, it's something about being in a locker room around a bunch of other guys and girls that love what we do, care about what we're doing, and go out there and you can tell care about what they're doing, because then it just makes everybody else on that card, on that show, want to step up, care, and do their absolute best. And then that's how you make a good show. We want to be around competitiveness, but healthy competition. Like, everyone's trying to outdo each other, but you're not trying to tear each other down to get there.
Yeah.
And I get it. That's the business. I mean, people are there's sharks in the water, but like, when everyone comes together, that's where I think the best product comes out.
Right.
Yep.
Heck, I was just thinking, since we're on tag teams, it just randomly popped up. Tag team Mount Rushmore. So, like, 4. And you can throw yourself on there, because I'm a confidence guy. So, if you PME number 1.
PME. All right, next question. No, man. I mean, I guess are we going like all time? Are we going
just anybody? I got to make it hard.
Indies and man. I'm sure I'm gonna rethink this in my head somewhere, man. But like, Hardys are way up there for me. Machine Guns are obviously up there. As an indie tag team, here's a team that doesn't get the recognition I think they deserve outside of like maybe Cleveland and Rochester, To Infinity and Beyond, because those are like our, I don't know how you want to put it, our fathers of wrestling, our uncles. Like, they taught us everything and got us to a point to where we felt comfortable going out and taking what we could do elsewhere.
Yeah.
Shoot, that's only 3. Screw it, PME.
Yeah.
PME's number
list,
4.
man.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
List.
Yeah.
That's an awesome list.
Cheech and Colin Delaney deserve to be on there. I just remember one of your matches. You and Philly both go for the tag, and Colin just lawn darts himself into the ring to break up the tag.
Yes.
And just off camera, you just see him just come up here, hit you guys, and like roll right under the ring.
Amazing, man.
So
amazing.
100% agree.
Unsung heroes of independent wrestling for sure. Those two.
Yeah.
Have you seen Cheech lately, dude? Growing his hair out.
I have not seen Cheech.
He's a whole different Cheech.
I saw Colin
really?
at the last show. I think he might be injured because he was in a walking boot.
Yes,
But-
yeah. I believe he just had surgery, if he didn't already, on his knee, maybe.
Gotcha. Yeah, he was somebody I was shocked to see at our first AIW event, because I didn't know Colin Delaney was at the show. Like, me and Josh got the tickets kind of blindly and didn't really do that much research. And there was a couple people like we knew, and just like Colin is like, he is so entertaining in the ring, and just like that makes so much sense why you guys have such great chemistry. I think you guys just fit each other's style so perfectly.
Yeah, and again, that comes from when we were, like how I was saying earlier, when I was 8 years ago, like 2 years in, when we got our first shot at AIW, we had one match. They came up to us and were like, hey, we watched that. Here's what we think. Gave us some tips, gave us some advice. The next show, we went out there and we applied that advice, had them watch it, and they were like, wow, you guys care, you paid attention. Next thing you know, we're wrestling them for the next 2 years straight.
Man.
Awesome.
I would just
They were kind of assholes during that stretch, though. I'm not gonna lie.
So I would say you guys are awesome as a tag team, but individually, singles in the ring, when did that take you to get more comfortable in the ring in that aspect or in that field?
So I can speak for myself, I guess, on that, right? But we've been teaming legitimately for this entire time, right?
Right.
And we've had like an occasional singles bookings here and there, but it really hasn't been a lot up until I started taking some more in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Started with like maybe like the ACW run, probably the longest reigning Super H champion of all time. Someone might have to fact check me, but just saying. And that kind of started getting me more comfortable being out there by myself. Because when you're with a team, especially someone as charismatic as Philly, oh man, you can just lean on each other. It's so easy. When you're out there by yourself, it's a whole different ball game.
Yeah.
But it helps grow your confidence and grow you into who you're supposed to be while you're out there.
Right.
Yep.
And next thing you know, I end up at a place too called House of Heat. Now I'm their forever intensity champion until I win a third match and I cash in like it's the X division and I win that heavyweight championship.
Man.
Yeah.
That's fire.
Yeah.
We have a pretty good track record of people being on the podcast and something amazing happening.
Yeah.
Sam was on the podcast a week before he won the title. Wes was on the podcast a week before he won the J-Lit.
Okay.
So, we might have a
Now,
good track
when it
record.
comes to AIW, I'm not sure where my future is when I'm coming back or anything like that. Obviously, I took some time off for the baby, and we'll see when things work out when it comes to that. My money's on Philadelphia Collins winning the gauntlet. I'm just throwing that out there right now.
Is that his full
That's a
government name?
parlay.
Philadelphia Collins.
Yeah. We just full government named him on the podcast.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Oh man, but that's awesome, dude. Just the way you guys mesh in the ring and that friendship, it really bleeds through the ring. We can see that. So it's just like, man, the car rides. Is there any moments where you had a low point where you kind of needed to reach out for help? Because that's kind of, what we touch on is progression. It's not, pun intended, but we've all had low points. Like for me,
cheap plug. I like
for
it.
me, it's my wife in example. And so when was a time where you just had to reach out and say, hey, I need a little help and kind of get you out of that rut?
Man, so there was a point in time where probably I had a issue of putting myself or letting myself stay in bad situations.
Yeah.
Because I like to see the best in people.
Right.
Yeah.
And it was outside of wrestling. I stayed in a situation that was harmful to me, my health, and then also people around me. And I could see how it started to drive people I cared about away from me because of the person that I kept in my life.
Right.
So thankful for people like Philly who helped me see the light of day, like my girlfriend right now, Crystal, who ended up coming in after the fact and showing me that, hey, this is how things are supposed to be. This is what it's like when you do have somebody who loves you. And that actually ended up bringing me closer to like my family and a lot of other people that felt like they started to drift away from me. So yeah, I mean, that was probably in the last few years.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, so like with you guys being together for so long, is there like, do you guys have your own like you don't need to say anything, you already know what's about to happen kind of moments? All that like just in the ring, outside the ring?
Yeah, all the time. Oh, I mean, it happens in the ring just as much as it happens outside the ring, man. Like there are times where he can just give me a look, and I know what's coming. There was one time, and I won't say names, but there was a time where someone walked up to him during a period where he was going through some stuff, right, like some family stuff. Yeah. And somebody walked up to us while we were talking, and they go, "Oh, Philly, like, how's everything going? I know, like, how's stuff with the family? How's Ma? How's this?" As soon as he started to talk, this guy just walked away. So what'd Philly do? Continued to tell the story. And I stood there and heard it for him. But it was like, man, like, that's one of those where in a situation like that, we were able to make a joke of it to where if, like, we didn't have each other around, you got to think that's, like, heartbreaking because then you feel like, man, nobody cares.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? And, like, again, that's just wrestling, man. Like, there are people who they don't care about how you are outside. They don't care about how you're feeling. And I get it. It's fine. There's people like that in every profession.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's a Philadelphia Collins and a Marino Tenaglia in every profession as well, who do care about each and other people.
That's awesome.
That's awesome, man.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, to piggyback off of that, too, like, what fan interaction just impacted you? Or top 3, you would say?
I can go at least one off the top of my head, and it was kind of mind-blowing to me. It was actually at a Wrestle Rager. I don't think it was his last one. I think it was the one before that. Mm-hmm. And actually, my girlfriend is the one who pointed it out. There was like a kid, I don't know how old he was, maybe 10, 11, 12, somewhere around that range, who wanted to meet me so bad, he was like in tears. And to me, I was just blown away because I was like, what? Like, I would have felt that way if I ever, like, could have had a chance to meet Jeff Hardy as a kid or Rey Mysterio or something like that. And, like, this kid is in tears, excited to meet me. And I'm like, holy crap. The impact that we have is insane. Yeah. It just makes you want to do that even more. And gives me more reason every time I go out there, like a Jeff Hardy, you want to go out there and do everything you can to entertain these people because they care about us so much.
Right. I think that's honestly, those interactions is what helps you keep going, because it's like, you know, at the end of the day, we want to make people happy, especially it's just if you're a good person.
Yeah.
You want to make others happy. So when you have moments like that, you're like, man, like my presence is enough to make this kid's day. And I think that's an awesome feeling, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
I will say, on the flip side, there have been, I think I'm very guilty of it. There are times where I want to make everybody so happy to the point where, like, maybe I'm trying to make people happy that I don't need to.
Yeah.
And it comes to my own detriment.
Right.
And there's a point in time where you do have to step back and go, all right, maybe I need to, like, make sure I'm happy and make sure the people that are around me are happy, and that's it.
Yeah,
So
that's good.
could it be now? I don't know.
It's all about the balance too. But heck,
Yeah. So, one of the questions, like we before every guest, we always talk about, you know, different questions, and one of the questions we were talking about was, do you think wrestlers think or put too much emphasis on moves more than moments when it comes to wrestling? And
Oh, we're going here? Okay.
yeah,
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think there's anything wrong with, that's just a style these days. Moves are cool, and like you want to be able to keep up. But also, if you're just doing it and like the crowd, like you haven't done anything to engage the crowd or get them to really care about the match you're doing, then you're only doing it for an ooh and an ah, and like, oh, that was cool.
Yeah.
Instead of like, oh my God, yeah, get them, crush them, like get them back for that. And then they're more excited when you do it, and they're also impressed as hell that you can do it.
right.
You know what I mean? And there's like time and places to do a cool move. Like, I mean, I don't know, man. If I'm in a scramble, yeah, I'm gonna go out and try to do the coolest move because it's just a lot of this, right? It's a lot of fast pace. But yeah, I think more often than not, it's especially on the independents. I mean, it's sometimes hard to tell like long cohesive stories with independent wrestling because you could start a story and somebody might get pulled, might get signed, might have to go do some other bigger show, or the card's going to change essentially, right? Yeah. Wow. So it's hard to consistently tell these stories, and a lot of shows are month to month, if not every other month. So how do you do that while continuing to keep fans invested?
Yeah.
That's good.
which I could speak on us just for us three. It's like every AIW show that's coming up, we're talking about it, whether it's a Gauntlet for the Gold that's coming up, or Wrestle Rager, or whatever show's coming up. I think you guys do perfect. Like I remember when the Tyson and Derek Dillinger rematch, we were amped for that match. Yeah. I know, unfortunately, the results may have not been what you were hoping for, but I think that just speaks on how great you guys are. Is we were amped for that match. Yeah. And that was something like we came out to the show and we're like, we're ready for this. This is going to be such a great match. All four guys, very legit, very entertaining, and we were pulling for you guys. And
appreciate that. Yeah, I know. I got a lot of questions after that match. I was pretty frustrated, pretty disappointed. In my head, I just didn't think we should have lost that match. Like I thought there was no way that we should lose against this team that is not a team. And I just maybe was overconfident. Maybe thought we're the tag team. There's no way they're gonna out tag team us. Goes to show, I just kind of got my head was a little bit too big for that one, and we got caught. I was frustrated. Might have walked away from Philly and maybe left some questions up in the air, but I was just frustrated.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now, I have an ongoing beef in a story with Tyson's pants. I hate him. I let him know every show.
Yeah.
So if you hear anyone yelling about his garbage pants, that is me.
All right. I'll make sure to let him know next time we step in the ring.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Scruff him up for us.
Yeah. Maybe just tear the pants, force him to get some new ones.
Yeah,
exactly.
I think he may need to take some fashion advice from you guys.
I mean, hey man, you said it.
Yeah. While we're on the subject, Tyler Jordan needs new boots too. If you ever hear anybody screaming about his shiny boots, that's us for sure.
Okay.
So, just a heads
what
up.
is it? Shiny as like looks like he didn't work a day in his life. Shiny.
It's just
I wouldn't say that
whole
because he's a
bottle of
pretty big
polish.
guy, and I don't need any anything thrown
I
at me.
say this, we just, PME, we had some beef with him and Trey Lamar once upon a time, so maybe it's water under the bridge now, but we don't hold grudges. Not at all.
Man. Hey, Josh, you want to get in on this, man?
Honestly, you guys pretty much are covering everything.
I know.
So
I know we had so many questions to ask, and I feel like we're going through them quick.
Yeah, sorry, guys.
Oh no, you're good. That just tells you
I'm
how
ready
good
at
this
the-
is.
I'm ready at the hip, I'm ready with some answers.
So I have to hit you with this one, though. So I asked Philly this question. So let's say there is a superstar shuffle from like WWE or any of that. Who would be your main card, like your main? Let's say you remember the old SmackDown versus Raw video games, right?
Oh, for sure,
Or
yeah.
it's even doing that now. Let's say you were to draft a main card, a mid card, tag team, your women's heavyweight, and mid card. Who would be your top draft choice?
Are you talking like
It could be just
All
Champions for your show? Or
all
champions,
companies.
all
are we talking
companies,
indie fed?
anything.
Listen, if you need to make PME the tag champs, you got this.
All right, so PME is a tag champs.
Mm-hmm.
Philly Collins as your mid card title holder. Marino Tenaglia as your world champ.
Okay.
Phyllis Collins as your women's champ. Well, you guys have never seen Phyllis Collins wrestle?
I have not
Shout
yet.
out to Phyllis, man.
Yeah, what's up, Phyllis? Yeah, or we could call upon Deborah Downer. Most people just call her Debbie, though. Am I leaving out a spot still?
I think you got one more, I believe.
Got women's world
Like
champ,
women's
so
world
Phyllis.
champ, women's mid card.
Women's mid card, yep.
Okay,
So
okay.
one more.
No, let's stick with Phyllis as champ, Debbie as our
All right.
women's mid card.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That feud's pretty intense, man.
Oh, man.
I always like to ask wrestlers' perspectives. What is your favorite title design?
Ooh.
That's a good one.
I don't know. This might be a polarizing answer, but I grew up during the WWE spinner belt era.
Wow.
Yeah. And then a close second is the winged eagle because I just think that's a sleek design, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it would look real nice around a smooth operator's waist. Just saying.
But speaking of the spinner belts, which spinner belt? The
WWE one.
WWE.
Yeah.
Okay.
Although growing up, we did have a lot of title matches for that U.S. spinner belt. In the basement, on the pillows and stuff.
Of course, we've all been there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably put my pillow over too many times, but
That goddamn pillow, man.
17-time world champ.
Yeah.
I just can never get there.
Nope.
I put on 5-star classics in that basement.
Yeah.
So, I mean, heck, we're wrestling in the basement. Is there any family that you guys just watched with each other? Like, I had my cousins.
Yeah.
Are you thinking like cousins, siblings, anything like that nature?
So like early on, it to me it always changed. Like I never had like a strong like group of friends that watch wrestling. Because I don't know about you guys. I'm not sure how old you are, but we don't have to disclose. But
Yeah.
I grew up in the era where wrestling was not cool. Like I'd wear a Hardy shirt to the school, and I'd hear jokes left and right about how it ain't real, how it's fake, how it's word I can't use. You know what I'm saying? Like, originally I had my neighbor. His name was Jeff. A few years younger than me, but like, sorry, Jeffrey. But like, we watched it all the time, and like, he had the trampoline, so we'd go back there. We eventually, did our own backyard fed type stuff, like all those things. Shout out Fly Kid, might come out of retirement. You know what I mean? Man, I'm trying to think. After that, it was just like whoever I would get close with, and then I would feel comfortable to bring up wrestling. And if they ended up liking it, then I ended up watching it. But like, no, man, after that, until I got into wrestling, no one really. spent I would say a lot of alone time watching wrestling, but especially not to go down, but when I lost my mom as a teenager, I was out of wrestling, and then after I lost her, started to lean pretty heavy on wrestling again.
Yeah.
It was something that just helped me escape.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I think that's another reason why I am such a big fan of the Hardys. I watched like one of those original documentaries they did on them and found out that they also lost their mom early to cancer. And I was like, man, and I can relate to these guys. Like, obviously they have to be my favorites because they made it through. Yeah. They were doing this at a young age. They were backyard wrestling. I was like, well, shoot, man, they did this. Why not me? So
I feel like it's so many relatable stories in wrestling because, you have some people that started up there and from the lineage and had a dad wrestling, but then you have those who built themselves up from the ground up. So you can really attach to either route, depending on where you're coming from.
Yeah, 100%. There's a million ways to, I guess you can say, to make it, especially now more than ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've watched more indie wrestling in the past 6 months than I have my whole life, and I was really into the British like independent scene at one point. Is there any like dream indie spots you guys want to go to, or that you haven't had the chance to wrestle in yet?
Indie particular, I know we'd like to make it to the West Coast. That's something we haven't had the chance to do, like a West Coast Pro, for example. But I know there's conversations. We'd love to go over to the UK. Progress in particularly would be super, super cool. Like we've wrestled Lyco's Gym. I don't know if you guys saw that match from last year at AIW. We've wrestled them 3 times now. Series is 2-1. Unfortunately, not in our favor, but we would like to go over there, wrestle them. Sunshine Machine is another tag team from over there. Or there's a company, WXW.
Yep.
I know you guys have seen. I think there's that Germany.
Yes, because ICW is not there. I think they're in Germany. I think you're right. Yeah.
So there's definitely plenty of places I would love, and I don't know what the indies are in Japan. I would love to work for a company in Japan at some point. Yeah. As a big anime fan, as someone who has become enamored by their culture as I've gotten older, I would love to just visit, see it, and then get to experience their wrestling fans, because it's a whole different experience of wrestling fans. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, not that we all don't appreciate wrestling here, but they have a different level of appreciation over there.
Definitely. So, speaking of which, just a little off subject, but to piggyback off of Japan, would there be any food or anything you would like to try down there?
Besides stopping at the famous Riviera Steakhouse, right? Trying to get a jacket. Man, honestly, like some fresh ramen from over there. Yeah. I've just recently like tried like legitimate ramen, right, with like the egg and like the meat and all that kind of stuff, man. And I was blown away by how much I loved it. Yeah. So I was like, yeah, I need to try the real thing. Sushi's another one where I've just recently become like in love with it. So sushi over there, I would love to try it because they have different fishes over there too, things that we don't have over here. Yeah. So yeah, I would say that for sure.
Yeah, speaking of ramen, did Naruto get you into the ramen a little more?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah. Well, that's what got me into the original like packets of ramen. Right. I didn't even try it until then. I was like, oh, I should try ramen, and then realized now that was not real ramen. Yeah. Just some noodles with a seasoning packet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But
staying on the topic of food, what's the cheat meal looking like?
Man, I don't know. Probably just whatever fast food I pick up, I guess. Yeah.
That seems like a good answer.
Yeah. I mean, like, I'm very much like a 90-10, 80-20. Like, I still try to eat stuff I like. Yeah. Or even when I'm prepping, I still try to make something that I like and just make a healthier version of it. So it still tastes good. Still is like, oh, this is what I like to eat. It's just better macronutrient-wise.
Right. Man, that's awesome. Man, heck, you talking about cheat meals, I'm gonna steal your question now. You're in a grocery store, 1 minute left.
Man, you're making me think of like, we watch all these like cooking shows and stuff, right? And I'm like, oh man, there's literally a cooking show that is literally that. What am I grabbing? Yeah,
what are you grabbing?
With a minute left?
If it's a snack, if it's a whatever.
Man, we're going cheat meal. I'm grabbing some pizza rolls and ranch, bro. I've had that since I was a kid, and I'll never turn away. If I got a chance, I'm gonna grab a case of some Dr. Pepper Zero, and we're out.
It's hilarious because when he asked that question, we darn near got cussed out by Priscilla Kelly.
Really? Why?
She's just like, I don't freaking know.
Yeah, man, it's too much pressure, bro. Yeah. A minute, man. How big is this grocery store? You know what I mean?
That was like our first ever interview. We didn't even start the pod, I don't think.
Yeah, not yet.
And it was almost over before it even started.
But man, that's awesome. But heck, you guys got anything?
I'm a little thrown off by the grocery store question. I went with the cheat meal first. So you mentioned Kansas City earlier, and then obviously we've seen you at AIW. Is there a difference between a crowd you see in Cleveland versus a crowd you see in Kansas City, and like what could be those differences you may see?
I would say yeah, absolutely, and that goes with everywhere. That's another thing that came up just yesterday, man. Like, okay, so here's a joke, right? There's some towns, and like every wrestler can name one that they've been to where doesn't matter what you do, you can try to be hated. I can be like, let me see that baby. I'm gonna punt it, and then they'll be like, yeah, what a punt! You should kick for the Colts. Like, because we're in Indiana, and I'll be like, the Colts, man, I hate the Colts. And they go, what did you just say? He hates the boo. And it's like, what? Like, what? Man. But at the same time, obviously, most crowds would hate you for threatening to punt a baby. So there's differences there. There's differences in some crowds are like a casual fan who wants to see wrestling because they want to see the stuff they've seen on TV before.
Yeah.
But then there's some crowds who, like how you said you've watched indie wrestling for the last 6 months, who strictly watch indie wrestling, and they maybe are smarter to the business a little bit. So they want to see a different style. They want you to invest more into it because they're more invested into it. So it's like how you approach those things is a little different.
Yeah.
There's a story I heard very, very early on that Eddie Guerrero told somebody. It's been passed down so many times, right? It's like a game of telephone. You'll lose it by the end of it. But basically what you do is before a show, you check out by the curtain, and you check out as a crowd's filing in, and you go, who's my audience today? Is this families bringing their kids? Mm-hmm. Is this adults, maybe more on the grown men side? Okay, maybe they want to see us fight more. Kids maybe want to be interacted with more. It's understanding your audience. Yeah. And it's different. And it could be different in Cleveland for AIW, and then AIW can go to Youngstown and it's different, even though it's still AIW.
I'll tell you, it do feel different when we in Youngstown.
Yeah. They're rowdy, man. They're rowdy over there.
That makes complete sense too, because like Cultivate 2 was just at Mahal's, and I was at that show. But I've also been there for.
I was watching.
I think it was a show in December that they were at Mahal's. There was another show they were at Mahal's for, and like the difference between the Cultivate crowd versus the just like standard AIW crowd was different. I know the Cultivate's more friends and family and everything, but like. I was hanging out with like the usual people we see at AIW shows. I was outside talking to the referee, where it's like during the AIW show where it's, you know, the full crew and everything. You don't really get that as much as more of the crowd's rowdy and ready and amped up to go. Where Cultivate was more like you can roam in throughout the crowd. So you saying that just makes now so much more sense now why that felt that way.
For sure. And just to like go off that a little bit, and man, I don't know how much of the business I'm crushing right now, but whatever. Like. Some crowds, maybe it's the Cultivate, right?
Yeah.
How many of them really know wrestling, or are they just coming to support their friends, their friend who's wrestling, or their family that's wrestling? Which, great. More people that want to come out, please. We want you to see AIW. We want to show you what it's about. But on our side, we should know, hey, they might not know how they should be reacting. Let's teach them. Yeah. You know what I mean? Or there's situations where there's a show where everybody wants to get involved, but everyone's afraid to be that person to start. You find the person that wants to react to you, get them to react loud enough, and people will be like, oh, it's okay. I can react. Let me do that. You know what I mean? Get them to want to join in because somebody else started.
Okay.
Everything he's saying now, I can see at shows now. Like
Yeah,
now that you're
it all
saying
Yeah, I'm
it,
spoiling everything, bro. 'Cause it's destroyed.
yeah, like I remember like with the Shiny Boots chant that we started, like we had multiple people throughout the crowd who started chanting with us, and then it was like a continuous thing throughout the night. So it's
Bro,
just
every time we go to Alpha One, man, I don't know what it is, man. I love Canada, but those Alpha One fans, man, they just give Canada a bad name. I don't know what it is, but man, we go out there and there's like one guy who would always just be like, "Man, you look greasy. You guys are greasy." I don't understand why, bro. I mean, my hair's slicked back. Sorry, I look good. Sorry, dog. But I start yelling at him. I don't look greasy. I don't look greasy. I don't know what you're talking about. Next thing you know, you're both greasy. And I'm like, crap. You know what I mean? It's that easy.
yeah. Cultivate 2, I stood by a group of like probably like 10 like 15-year-olds. So you can imagine how ramped up they got. I had to relocate at one point. So I get it.
Yeah, some kids are crazy.
Speaking of like fan reactions, like what would be the top like areas or locations that? How could I word this? The top areas at let's say, do you prefer you like going to Canada or?
You're saying like fan wise?
I'm having like brain farts right now.
Oh, you're good. I'm running on who knows how much sleep, so I got it.
So I would say.
Are you saying like what fans do
The top-
I enjoy going to the most? Like seeing the most?
top location, one of your top
They give you
locations,
the
and
best
one of your
reactions,
less,
maybe?
one of your less least favorite, you would say.
Oh, so we're burying in towns too.
From time. Thank you.
Obviously AIW, because they've given us so much, personally given us so much love for so long.
Yeah.
It's hard not to say them right off the boat. Man, honestly, I would say the very, very close second is St. Louis Glory Pro, because like from the moment we stepped in that place, they got behind us, they were with us, and we were like, wow, this is fun. Like when we first came out and they're singing Susudio back to us even after the music stops, I was like, this has never happened before. This is cool. This is like being in a concert, man. Like, holy crap. So I would definitely put them really high up there for sure. And like I said, I thought I liked Canada fans, but Alpha One, I don't know what's up with them. They don't seem to like us so much. I don't get it.
Man, it's always Canada. No offense.
They always say
I like-
Canada's the backwards crowd. They hate the guys from the States but love the Canadians, and vice versa.
I don't know. Maybe that's why. Maybe they don't like Erotic City, USA. Maybe if there was an Erotic City in Canada, they'd feel different. I don't know.
To be fair, if somebody from Canada said I'm from Erotic City, Canada, I'd probably boo them too. So,
All right. Well,
you know, I can see now why the Canadian fans may boo you. I don't know why they should. He's fantastic, but I can understand.
yeah. Well, maybe one day they'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Man, I just wanted to ask, was there a specific wrestler while you're in the business where you just sat there and was like, man, I can't believe I'm meeting this guy right now? Because I know a couple we've got, you know, when Wes met Razor Ramon, things like that.
Sure. Man, this is another one of those where I know it's gonna be on top of my head later, and I'm gonna be like, man, I should. I'll put Matt Hardy up there because I was such a big Hardy fan, and like it was after the SummerSlam weekend a couple years ago when it was in Cleveland.
Right.
Yep.
That was the weekend we wrestled the Machine Guns. Like, what a weekend. We wrestled the Machine Guns Friday. No. Yeah. Or Thursday. I think it was Thursday. Friday, GCW is in town, and Matt Hardy's on the show. So we end up, like, basically driving Matt, hanging out with Matt all day afterwards, hanging out. And, like, that to me was, like, mind-blowing, just also in the sense of, well, I just wrestled one of my top two favorite tag teams, and now I'm hanging out with half of the other team. It's like, holy crap, this is insane. And then the next night we get put in like a suite at SummerSlam and get to watch it.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
So it was like, what a weekend, man.
That weekend, we need another weekend like that where they
Yes.
just me and my brother went down to down to Tower City to go get pictures with some of the guys down there. Then we went to WrestleCon right after, which is one of the hotels, and I think the Hardys were there that day too. I think we went on the Saturday. So, but I was curious, is that the show that Nathan Segura was on and it was like outside, or is that a different show?
Which are you talking about? The one where we wrestled the
Hardy or the one at SummerSlam weekend. Is that the
So
one?
there were 2 that weekend. So
Okay.
it was the Machine Guns Thursday,
Okay.
and then Friday was GCW. Saturday was SummerSlam, but we had a show outside that afternoon.
Gotcha. Okay.
That was where I don't know if you know where the Browns, they have that tailgate street.
Yep.
I don't know not sure what number it is, but it was on that street where we ran the show.
Gotcha. Yeah, because I saw some clips of it because I was going through some old AIW posts and they had I just saw Nate Segura in it, so that's why I was just like, that's who I assume it was. But that's such a cool
Nate.
venue setup.
Yeah. It was neat, and I hope we get a chance to do something like that again, man, because people came out in droves and really enjoyed the show. I don't know if you guys know Chris Van Fleet.
Yeah.
He popped up on the show and everything too. It was like, man, everyone's popping out. Who else is going to be here?
Yeah.
Man.
That's a cool thing about AIW in general. You really never know who's going to pop out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Think about even the last show. I wasn't there, but Eddie Kingston just showing up out of nowhere. That's sweet.
Oh, yeah. On the little teaser right before the show started, me and the one guy were outside waiting to scan in. He's like, I saw a video on Instagram, and I wasn't even sure if it was Eddie or not. It just looked like him. But I was like, yeah, I'm shocked because we weren't expecting it, and it was just he had a great match with Eric Taylor, and it was a good match.
Yeah, Eric Taylor. Yeah, I mean, I'll keep my words to myself about one Eric Taylor.
Maybe hate on me a little bit, but he's coming around on me. I'm starting to really like Eric.
I like him a lot more if he'd stop hanging around that Duke, man.
Oh, that's why I like him more. I love Duke. During the Philly Brawl, me and Duke were talking.
So that's where this interview's over.
Man.
Don't hit me with the boot, please.
Yeah. I've just, we've had our run-ins with the Duke plenty of times in the last decade.
Hey, but the Duke just makes you better.
Nah, yeah, he makes us better when we beat him and his cronies.
That's fine. I didn't say yes to win. I just like the guy.
I don't think he's too much of a good guy, man. I mean, at Youngstown show, we brought our friend to his first AIW show. Duke took his hoodie, threw it over his head. So then he, threw a chair over, and Duke got hit with a chair. So
good.
he got his payback.
Good. All right, good. That's what matters. That's what really matters.
But maybe Duke was looking out for our friend and making sure he was warm. Maybe he thought he was cold and had about.
Oh, man.
You guys are hating on Duke
Have you not seen
unjustifully.
hockey, bro? You throw somebody's jersey or throw somebody's hoodie over their head. It's on. You're trying to fight.
He didn't start punching. He was trying to make him warm. It was cold. It's Penguin City. Penguin, isn't that the venue?
Yeah.
He was cold. Duke's a good guy. I think you
Duke's
should give him
cold as
another
ice,
chance.
bro. I don't wanna hear that. No, there ain't no warmth in that, man.
Fair enough.
Just money. Just money. There ain't warmth. There's just money.
I mean, is that so bad of a thing to be in it for?
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough. I did see Danhausen hit him with some teeth, so you know what?
good.
He got his comeuppance.
Oh yeah. I love seeing that.
Oh, man. L
we
Duke. L Duke.
Oh no, I'm gonna get labeled. I'm gonna get labeled as a Duke mark. I'm not ready for it.
Oh, I'm for sure not gonna forget that every time I see you at a show now.
It's fine. I have yet to actually have a conversation with
something.
Duke, so
Oh.
me and him will be best friends. I know it.
I don't think you got a choice. You're alone on that ship.
It's okay. I'll go down with that ship.
But
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, speaking of which, so since, Philly had his encounter against Sam Holloway, are you going to avenge Philly? Dun, dun, dun.
I would like to. Yeah, for sure. Philly deserves that, and Sam sure as hell deserves that, man. And you guys think I wasn't watching the show when he decides to talk crap to not only my best friend, but also try to throw a dig at me, my girlfriend, and my newborn son?
Yeah.
Trying to throw shade at the fact that I had a child? Well, guess what, kid? You ain't going to have one. Not a chance. I see the little boy behind that Just for Men beard that you have, because you're always going to be the same kid that started out at the school training under people like me in Philly. You're always going to be that kid. I don't care if you have an ID contract. Congratulations, truthfully. But at the same time, I know who you are. And I know how to take advantage of all of that when we get into a ring. So you better hope that doesn't happen.
Philly also mentioned his starchy pants too.
Them pants are ugly. Ugly. Were they pleather? Is this 2001? What the? I mean, I guess that's why he went with the just for men's beard. You know what I mean? So it was like a complete package of. I just bought this on Shein. You know what I mean?
One size fits all.
And don't get me wrong, like I'm not trying to discredit what he can do in a ring. I see that. He's impressive and like he can move really well for a big man. But I'm not going to let you get away with wearing that and saying that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Marino's going to save us all from Sam Holloway. He's going to save us all. I believe in you. I believe in you. You got this.
Thank you. Thank you.
Stamped.
Oh my God.
Maybe Phil and Collins can win the gauntlet and maybe pass that victory to me and let me handle Sam Holloway.
I'd love to see that.
I would actually. I would love to see that match. That match sounds great.
Right?
Because you can't just send shots and then not expect, any repercussions. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
It's going to come back.
especially the tear he's been on recently. He's not saving any words. He was very nice to us, but it seems he's not being so nice to all of you guys.
Mm-hmm. And you believe those nice words?
I thought he was being genuine, but maybe I was wrong.
I don't know.
Maybe he's in it for the money like Duke.
Okay, all right. Let's.
No.
He got
Duke's,
merchandise out of us.
Duke's not as bad as you think. Guys, give him a shot. It's okay.
I mean, I'd take that ID money too. I'm just saying.
Fair enough.
I can respect that. Again, it's just the choice of actions and words after the fact.
Yeah.
Yeah. He did pick you up for the thumbnail though.
Yeah.
He chokeslammed you. What are you talking about?
Oh, that's a tough situation.
Yeah, man.
At least I didn't get chokeslammed. That was.
Yeah, you got a point though. You guys got a point.
We do
Poor
indeed.
Philly.
Oh man. But this,
We are
So-
fully off subject, by the way.
I will say
Oh,
when
I
it
was gonna
comes
say.
to that match with Philly and Sam, I did think Philly would have had it he would have had that championship. But when I watched that match, and I don't know if it had to do with what was going on, but I know there was more in Philly that he didn't bring to the table that day. So a little bit of that frustrated me, upset me, because I know the man Philly can be and is, and I know he didn't give his absolute best in the sense that he might have been distracted.
yeah.
A lot was on his mind for sure.
I feel like, sometimes it's hard because you can see that being his best friend. Like I've seen you perform better than that. I know you can beat this dude. And it's like when you see something like that happens, you're just like, man, I know you got more to give. But, knowing Philly, just talking to him, he'll lift himself back up.
Oh, always does, man.
He always does. He gets back up. So
Just like I tell him every day, man. It's a great day to have a great day.
Yes,
You know?
Yeah.
He did mention that too.
Oh yeah, good. I'm glad he plugged it.
Do you think he was facing Sam more with anger than more of a tactical approach to it?
Yeah, I would say in a sense everything that was going on in his head kind of came out emotionally, and when you act a little bit more on emotion, sometimes it can work out in your favor, but more often than not, someone like Sam is going to take advantage of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Man.
It's just really awesome that you and Philly just like hold each other accountable and sharpen each other too.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah. Iron sharpens iron.
Yep.
Sharpest axes in all of axes. The X-Men cometh. Just saying.
Oh my goodness! But speaking of which, has there ever been a moment for you and Philly to like just like, hey man, we're gonna, no matter if it's a video game, like compete or something, like in a healthy competition way,
I'm trying to think what it would be.
and even a funny moment between that competition type of deal.
I think anytime we do anything that's against each other, it's competition, but it's always some sort of healthy competition, right? Like, all right, so for those who watch One Piece, you can compare us to Zoro and Sanji. Yeah.
Okay, simple
Yep,
enough.
We will
yep,
talk the
yeah.
absolute most crap to each other. He famously says to me all the time, nowadays, he'll say something and he'll look at me And he goes, I know where you're going. You're going to go low. And I was like, no, I'm going to go lower than low. And then I'm going to say some crap to him. I'm going to talk some crap. But he knows it's out of a good place.
Oh, man.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the true definition of brothers is I'm going to give you all you got, but the second anyone else says anything bad about you, I'm coming after you, which
Exactly.
just speaks that you guys are brothers and a tag team, which you know how successful brother tag teams are.
Absolutely. Yeah. And, man, that's like if I can just make a point on it, that's what makes our relationship so strong and so special to me. I mentioned before how, like, growing up with wrestling, I kind of grew up with it mostly by myself.
Yeah.
So to finally have that one person in wrestling, especially where there's all these different sharks in the water, to have that one person to be able to fall back on and rely on and go to is super special. And it makes us just love wrestling that much more. If one's down and out, the other can help pick them up and vice versa.
Man.
I think what's so telling is like even with, you know, having the baby and everything going on with you, Philly didn't just move on without you or anything. He, like, the whole last episode, he was like, you know, we talked about you a lot throughout the whole episode. And I think that's just...
I appreciate him keeping me in the conversation.
Of course. And I think that just speaks on the fact that, like, at the end of the day, you're not just a tag team put together. You're not just a tag team who identify as brothers. You guys actually generally care about each other. And just because, hey, you're not in the forefront, I'm going to push you into the forefront with me. You're going to be everywhere I go.
100%. And that's something, too, I think, more recently than not, and, like, kind of in a sense how I've done some single stuff elsewhere, we both feel that we go to all these places, we conquer tag team divisions, but sometimes it's like, okay, cool, we've reached that mountain plenty of times. Well, we want to show that we can do it all. Like, we can also do it by ourselves, but it doesn't mean we can't keep the other one along the ride with us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if I feel I can be a world heavyweight champion, doesn't mean he can't also push to be that too. It doesn't mean we have to hate each other to make it.
Right.
That's good.
And I think a lot of tag teams forget about that. I mean, believe it or not, even Matt and Jeff kind of had that going on.
Yeah.
Where Matt just kind of got sick of it.
Yeah.
You know.
And
so,
I can understand, like, that almost comes from a form of jealousy, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's trying to remember, like, hey, at the end of the day, this is my brother. And, like, I do want what's best for him. So, I mean, I guess we'll see where that road takes the two of us.
Yeah. Man.
I was gonna say, would you say that would be a goal for the both of you, like to hold world champion, like a world championship belt while holding a tag team belts?
Oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah, that'd be super cool. Again, I could speak on myself for that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I would absolutely love that.
That'd be cool, dude.
Yeah.
Double champ.
I don't
Double
think
champ.
anyone has ever done like a tag team and world title, like holding.
No, IW, I can't think of any.
Yeah.
I'll just throw it out there. You guys remember Lay Cool?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When was the last time besides that you ever seen a tag team collectively hold a world championship?
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, you're
Yes.
right.
It's true.
Yeah.
The rule book
That's
doesn't
good.
say it's not possible.
I find so. You talked about Chris Van Vliet earlier, and
Yeah.
I listened to almost all of his podcasts. I'm like halfway through Cody's that he just uploaded a couple days ago, but he had Kit on the podcast. And Kit, you guys speak like you and Philly both talk about how like Kit was talking about Elton Prince, where it's just like, yeah, he's hurt right now. Which in your case you weren't hurt, but you were taking some time away. He's just like, yeah, I'm going to go for all these things, but the second he's back, like, I'm not going to just ignore him. Like, we're still a tag team at the end of the day. And I just, like, it's so refreshing to hear because how many tag teams throughout history have broken up? How, you know, every Marty and Sean or Matt and Jeff is just, it's so refreshing to hear that from guys like you guys who have spent so much time with each other. And it's like, New Day mentioned it too, like, we never want to break up or anything. It's just like, it's so different because that's not how it's always been.
Yeah, and I can understand because you go, like you said, to the Sean and Marty, and you saw the success of Sean.
Yeah.
And honestly, you can also say, though, it doesn't mean somebody has to, like, take the bottom end of that. Marty Jannetty was on pace to also do great things. It was Marty Jannetty that
Yeah.
tore that down. You know what I mean? But like you said, we ain't got to hate each other.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm ever going to hate Philly. You know what I mean? He's my brother.
Yeah.
You got to do something real bad to ruin this friendship.
Yeah. I think, like, besides Edge and Christian, I mean, they had a small breakup, but I don't think there's really been a tag team like that where it's like even throughout their whole career where they're both big singles guys. They don't really interact beyond small tag team matches. So it's not like you guys need to fully break up and hate each other or anything to still get goals, and you guys can still always tag because Edge and Christian were always tagging.
I mean, we're such a good team, and imagine if we do split up into singles divisions, but it doesn't mean like we ignore each other.
No.
We're still around.
Yeah.
What's wrong with a PME takeover? Maybe we are real pirates. Maybe we do what we want, when we want, how we want.
Man.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And if we're going against one person, that's 2 against 1. Who's going to stop that?
Exactly.
I mean, no one really thinks about it like that. Why ruin something when we have the odds and we have the experience, pun intended, that, like, why would you ruin that? Why not take full advantage of that and use that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm down for a PME takeover.
Mm-hmm.
If Susudio's playing, I'm down for it. It's a banger of a song.
But man, I mean, this is kind of off subject, but were you a gamer growing up by any chance? Or
Yes, I was a lot more of a gamer growing up. I think once I got out of high school, like into college and stuff.
yeah,
Well, I guess in college. At some point, it faded away. Like I just
Yeah.
got so caught up with working all the time and trying to get everywhere wrestling, and then putting all my free time into working out, going to the ring, or thinking about wrestling stuff, and being in relationships that I didn't have all the extra time to game. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
What were some of your go-tos? I mean, back then, if growing up.
Yeah,
you know?
and I'll play a little bit here and there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was a big like Madden 2K guy,
Ah,
and then of course all the SmackDown versus Raws, man.
okay.
Like my favorite was, I believe it was 07 SmackDown versus
Yeah.
Raw. I think that was
love
the
Marino.
GOAT. That was the GOAT one
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. Oh,
Was
my God.
General Manager mode still in that
Yep.
one?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
That
The
might have been
year
the last.
after they do the ECW with it, too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, man, that was my favorite. I
Yeah.
was like, at that point too, I don't think Jeff had won world championship
Nope.
yet. So like,
No.
that was me, bro. I was like, yeah, that's easily my world champion, Jeff Hardy.
Oh man, I think you just listed all of my favorites there. Cause like 07, I remember 06 came out, and that's when they first put GM mode on there, but they didn't really fine tune it yet. It was
Okay.
their first year, and then at 07 they mastered it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, man, I was on GM mode. Kurt Angle kept freaking injuring me, but
Now,
It's-
so we've been talking so much about Jeff, and I know TNA is coming to Cleveland here shortly. So, I just right now it's a fun time in wrestling because you have Mania season coming up. All these indie shows are being announced all over Vegas and even outside of Vegas. Are there shows? Just obviously, I'm anticipating you're excited for WrestleMania and takeovers and all that.
Yeah.
Is there any indie shows that you're really excited about? Like, hey, we need to get on YouTube. We need to watch these, or
Shoot, there definitely is. I mean, like, I don't know if it's even just like one promotion necessarily, but like all of the collective is sweet to watch because it's a lot of people too that I know that are going out there, stepping up and like getting a chance to shine.
Yeah.
Would PME love to be out there? Absolutely. Obviously, this year I'm not going to make that travel with a newborn son.
of course.
All the way in Vegas and everything. But I think that's a great place to watch. Hey, who's next? Hey, who's the next guy or girl that's going to step up? Who's the next tag team that's going to step up? Man, I'm trying to really think I honestly don't think there's one independent promotion. I've seen like there's one collective that has like House of Glory and like Maple Leaf Pro and some other companies, and then you got like the GCW stuff, and I don't know. I'm somebody who's probably going to tune into a little bit of everything, truthfully.
Gotcha.
I don't have like one particular. I try to just keep my finger on the pulse as much as I can.
right.
Well, Josh is going to be in Vegas for Mania, and just like,
Oh, yeah.
just if you think of anything, like, I'm so ready for that whole weekend just to be completely entranced in wrestling.
Yeah, have you
Like-
been to a Mania before?
I've been to Mania 30,
Okay.
so that was the one in New Orleans. Taker lost a streak at that one.
Okay.
Brian wins it at the end.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
that was a wild one to be at, man.
It's been a while, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, I was at the next New Orleans one.
Gotcha, 34, I think.
Yes.
Fair enough.
I stopped like remembering each one after a certain number.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Do you think we get a Mania in Cleveland with the new stadium?
New stadium, maybe that'd be so awesome. I mean, we've had SummerSlam, and that's the second biggest one, man.
Yeah.
So especially with a stadium that'll have a roof, a ceiling that's bigger.
Yeah. We
Why
held-
not?
hope so.
It's
we-
in Brook Park, man. It's my backyard. You know what I mean? That
Same.
would be so sick.
Yes.
Yeah, we've
Mania,
hosted
man.
Manias, or we've hosted Rumbles before. I think we've had a Survivor Series.
Sure, yeah.
So it's like Mania, we need to have it. And if that weekend happens, nobody talk to me. I'm going to be at wrestling shows all weekend.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no doubt. I would hope to be all over all those shows.
Yeah, because I think that is the one cool thing about Mania is it brings in other promotions too, like the ones who can't afford to do the traveling.
Yeah.
Because like you had mentioned GCW when that SummerSlam weekend, it's like if Maple Leaf's there. Or, unfortunately, DPW is not around anymore, but I love
R.I.P. Yeah.
Yeah, I like DPW a lot. And I just like the guys who run it. So
Yeah, they're all good guys. Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt. And I mean, I think it'd be good for the city too, right? Like anything like that's going to be good for the city. I can only imagine SummerSlam was like a hit, you know?
Yeah.
So if it's good for all parties, why wouldn't you do it?
yeah, and my favorite. So I work in a car dealership, and on my desk I have a picture of me and Rhea and my brother on there, and a couple of pictures of like I have a picture of Isla there, and I have one of the cards just on my desk. One of my favorite things that happens is all the people who come in that you least expected. It's like, I was at that show and saw that person there and did that. And it's people you never expect. And I think that's beautiful about wrestling too. It's just, it's never the people you always expect to be wrestling fans.
Yeah, it brings, and it in that sense, it brings everyone together.
Yeah.
Because that person can be like, oh man, I was at that show, and they have a memory.
Yeah.
They can talk to you about that memory. It sparks a memory you had, and then you guys then express your love for those memories and the wrestling that was a part of it.
Yeah. And I think that just also goes into the, like the watching wrestling isolated where it's not as cool. And yes, recently wrestling has become more of a forefront, more celebrities and everything. But that just speaks on how popular that like these shows can be where it's, oh, wrestling's not cool. But then I went to the show and I had a blast at it. We've brought, I can't tell you how many different people we've brought to the shows before and we've had a blast. I don't know if you've met our buddy Santos Johannes or not. He's training, but
I'm sorry. I'm better with faces than names.
Fair
I'm gonna
enough.
be honest.
But he was somebody we took to a show, and he started training right after, and I think he's been training since like end of October, maybe.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's just
I'll
like
peek in next time I'm at the ring.
yeah,
for sure.
he looks like Santos. He gets
Okay.
upset when we call him Santos now because everyone
Really?
calls him
Santos
Santos.
Escobar.
Yeah, I was gonna say Escobar. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
we all work.
I'll make sure to call him that for sure.
Me, Josh, and him all worked at a place, and I just started calling him Santos one day, and I think we said it on the podcast with Wes, and it took on a life of its own with him.
Word.
Yeah.
What's going on, Santos?
But if you're ever in there, just tell him to do stuff more athletically. It's our little plug to him.
That's my cup of tea. So I got you.
Sounds good.
But speaking of which, too, so I know you may get this question a lot. So as a singles competitor, who would be your dream opponent and what the stipulation would be and for what championship belt? I know I just went like,
Yeah. So the dream stuff, it's tough because I'm like, man, are we talking where I'm at right now, like an indie wrestler, or is it like anybody ever at any point?
let's say first we'll do
doing
both. I would say indie and also just any wrestler from back in the day or current.
Shoot, man. So any wrestler, I got two. I stick with the Jeff. Honestly, just because this is how I grew up with him, I would just be like, ladder match, IC title, me and Jeff Hardy. Of course.
Yeah.
Right? Except I'm getting the you can't break me moment that he had with Taker.
Yeah.
Man,
So are
this-
you letting
was
Jeff
fire
win
to
that
me.
then?
Yeah, dude, it's Jeff Hardy.
Okay. All right, fair enough.
Man, honestly, the other one for like all time anybody would be a Iron Man match with Shawn Michaels.
Ooh.
And I'm talking after the injury, Shawn Michaels.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah.
You know? Yeah.
So
That's
so
good.
like 02 Michaels after that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wrestling savant, Shawn Michaels.
Man. That would be fire.
Shoot, I don't know. I would personally even put a Johnny Gargano or Shawn Michaels there because I personally look up to someone like Johnny Gargano a lot. Not only for the fact that like similar size, same town, and that dude did it.
Yeah.
So like, how can you not admire that and want to be like that? You know what I mean? And awesome dude, super down to earth, just like you or me, no different. You know what I mean? So how can you not want to be in there with somebody like him? And he is a wrestling savant, legitimately.
Yeah.
Like, you ask him any question, you guys ever get a chance to talk to him, think of the deepest question of wrestling you could think of, guarantee he has the answer. Guarantee he has the answer.
I think
Walking encyclopedia.
I think Gargano in Cleveland is like such a hit because when we went to that SmackDown, he was wrestling against. Matter of fact, was it Fraxium?
Yep.
Or
It was Nathan Frazier.
Nathan Frazier because it was a singles. And man, even though he's technically the heel, we weren't going for that. We were rooting for Johnny, man.
Yeah.
That whole crowd blew up for him, and it's just like when you have that connection with a city like that.
I mean, it's
like I just feel like Ohio sticks together.
Yeah, 100%. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
you can relate that to like a punk Chicago type
Yeah.
thing, right? Like,
Yep.
it's just one of those things, man. That's got to be so awesome to have.
Man,
Damn, Indy though. Indy.
I think you could argue Johnny was your indie guy too. 'Cause
Yeah, I guess
some
you
of his
could,
indie
'cause-
stuff is, I think, better
Fire.
than maybe some of his NXT stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some stuff you can find, like a Dragon Gate 2,
Yeah.
maybe, or an Evolve Johnny, or there's some stuff in AIW that he did was super cool.
I think he has a match with Fletcher that's like really, really good. I don't remember what show it was, but
Okay.
you could argue if you wanted to use him as the indie guy
PWG
too.
Gargano.
Yeah, PWG
Yeah.
Gargano's a whole other Gargano.
Honestly, that's something I would just say. Like, I don't know off the top of my head indie name. I shout out Cody Lane. I've wrestled him a bunch, but he's somebody I think if you don't know him, you should know him. He is everything you'd want to see in a wrestler. Truthfully, from character to wrestler to how he is with a crowd, he's great. I would say indie-wise, dream would be just to have been a part in a match when PWG was PWG.
Gotcha.
That would have been
Okay.
awesome because that was like a whole vibe, man. Like you can just like feel it just watching through a screen how much everybody from the fans to the wrestlers themselves love wrestling. It was like a love letter to wrestling every show.
Gotcha.
That's something would have been fun to be a part of.
Did you prefer peak PWG or peak ROH?
Damn. So peak ROH is great as well, and there was like, you'd argue maybe more story to it, which adds so much. The only thing was when I guess I would argue maybe PWG just because when I started, like when I started wrestling on the indies and stuff, I did not know about the indies. I knew WWE, I knew TNA. That was it. So like it was like Beyond and PWG was the first like indies that I really, really started watching. So I would argue PWG, I guess, was something I would have preferred.
Gotcha.
Now I would say I would have loved to have been a part of like the CM Punk, Samoa Joe, the Styles and ROH, like all that stuff, man.
Yeah. Those early
That's a
ROH
tough
shows
question.
too have just some like they have. I think there's an Eddie Guerrero versus CM Punk match from when he was away from WWE.
Yep.
Okay.
And so I think that's an ROH show too. So that's just kind of crazy. Like you have those little hidden gems.
Yeah. I mean, shoot, you want to talk about hidden gems? You guys know the triple threat from IWA Mid-South, right?
I do not.
No?
No. I do
Eddie
not.
Guerrero versus Rey Mysterio, no mask, versus CM Punk.
Oh, I
yeah.
do know that. I didn't know that was at
one.
Mid South though,
Yeah.
but I have
Crazy,
seen it.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Gem.
Yeah.
oh
Gem.
my god.
I was just with some guys in the locker room yesterday that were all. It was weird because like so when we started, like early on, IWA Mid South was still a thing, and still had a reputable name because of matches like that and all the Hero Punk feud that went through there, all those great matches. And there was still a lot of like big names that were coming through. Like when we showed up there, that was when like Mance Warner was starting to make a name for himself there. The Calvin Tankmans, the Shane Strickland. Like it was still like a great melting pot for the Midwest for people to come through. And like all of us, it was yesterday, there was a bunch of us that were in the locker rooms at that time, in the locker room yesterday, talking about how, although the guy who ran it maybe made some questionable choices, he had a good eye for talent, and like those shows were just our chance to go out there and kill it. And it was like a weekly thing. It was every Thursday. So it was a chance for all of us to get better every single week and apply our craft with some of like the best talent coming into this area. So everybody was getting better, putting on fun, good matches, chance to get seen. Like it was a fun experience, and I wish there were more places like that now.
Man.
And it's tough. There's so many wrestling schools nowadays. I get it. Like, it's booming. Like I'm not complaining about where wrestling's at all.
Yeah.
But it's like that was cool. Like that was just like a fun experience to be a part of.
Right.
I think the other cool thing too with all the like local like wrestling communities and like schools and everything is like, so Wrestle Rager, I've talked about CP multiple times. I've only seen him wrestle once, but he wrestles all up through the Northeast. So like I'm watching this and he's wrestling this guy in this match. Well, then I'm going to follow this guy in this match, and that's going to take me to this guy in this match.
That's the beauty of it.
Yeah, there are wrestlers that I've never seen live or anything like that I follow like religiously that I'm like, this dude seems cool. Yeah. Like Mance obviously he was in TNA, but like he is one of those guys that's just like that. And with him now, I think he's now a free agent.
He is, yeah.
I think
he was one of the guys I was just talking about who was in the locker room yesterday.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So like I think he's somebody who could be like real interesting. And like I remember watching him at some of those like early appearances on TNA. It's just like I like when you can like follow those guys up. And like these shows do all that because you get connected with the guys and you see them on Monday night or Wednesday or Thursday, wherever the show may be.
That's honestly the beauty of it. Like I can tie that into how I was saying before, it was documentary DVDs, right? So that's how I fell in love with the Hardys Extra, because I related to their story and I wanted to see more of them because of stuff like that. Well, now we have social media, and because like how you were just saying, you start following their work, but then you see stuff about them online that's a little bit maybe of who they are. And now you're just even more inclined to want to support them and see what they're going to do next.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like I follow Sam and he's down at, in Houston, and West is in Buffalo. You're in Kansas City. Isaiah's in Detroit. So it's like you see all of it, and like that's how you get exposed to so many cool guys. Like I remember I was exposed to Danhausen a while ago, and like it took me a while to get used to Danhausen. He's a different cup of tea.
Understandable.
But like that, now he's on WWE, and I'm like, dude, I was just watching you like 3 years ago do, da da na 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 na, like, and now you're.
Wonder if they'll get the copyright for that.
Right? They better. They better.
Danhausen's a fun one, man. I love that dude. He's one of the most like genuine, down to earth people I've met in wrestling. And like I remember when we first started at AIW, like I don't know if you guys know, but that's where he kind of like got his chance to like mess around and really figure out what and who Danhausen was. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like I remember when his name was Donovan Danhausen. I remember him painting little caskets on like the floor of our kitchen. Like awesome dude, and he's always had like a great mind for this. No wonder why he's top merch seller. Like
yeah.
So
Oh, man.
and there's something to take away from it. Sorry, I don't mean to.
Oh no, you're good.
There's something to take away from it. Like, not saying that he's not like the greatest wrestler because he can wrestle.
Yeah.
But like, how smart is that dude to like? He's in there for how long? Not even a month, and he's the top merch seller after not wrestling for how long? That is a testament to how like hard he works and how much he's put into this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And for all of us, even on the indies, because even when he wasn't signed, he was still selling boatloads of money. He didn't have to do anything but that if he wanted to. It just shows how much he loves this that he wanted to do more.
Yeah.
I think that speaks to a lot of like talent too, because it's just like with these shows, like you never know who's going to be at it. Like you were saying with Eddie or anything. But it's like even when we do interact with guys like what's his name? His name was just on my mind. Very tall guy, mask. He's with MLW. I think he's their world champion.
Cruel?
Cruel. When Cruel was there, Cruel was super cool and friendly to talk to. He took time. Like it just tells you, like some of these guys, like they're traveling everywhere, yet they're the most down to earth, friendly people, and that makes
He
me
didn't
want to
scare
support him
you?
more.
You sure he was down to earth?
I saw a Duke around there, so I knew I was okay. Duke was gonna save me.
Man, that's blind confidence, my friend.
I don't know why I started this. Duke's like my best friend, but hopefully that does come true.
Hey, you know what? You do you, my friend. You do you.
But like I was saying, it's just like, if we see Eric Taylor on Raw doing security, or we see West on Raw doing security, it's like that's just like that just means like that's my guy. I'm happy to see him there.
Sure. Yeah.
And that just keeps everyone more invested. Like my brother, when he saw Danhausen debut, he was at that show he was at. He was just like, he's like, I watched him wrestle, and like now he's watching the shows more frequently again, even though he took a big break from it. So it's kind of cool in that aspect.
That's something I love that we get a chance to do is like it's like not only create new wrestling fans, but rejuvenating the love and fandom that some people once had in wrestling.
Absolutely.
At the end of the day, all of us are fans.
Yeah.
Yep.
Whether anybody wants to admit it or not.
Yeah.
We all love this shit.
Exactly.
Man, and like, you know, the people we brought to a couple of shows, you know, I got a couple of friends. The one, he lives in Youngstown, so he went to the first Penguin City show that we went to, and then he's like, man, this is awesome. Like, I'm coming back. So once we told him, hey, they're back, when do I need to be there? It's like, man, that's somebody that I know for a fact he started watching wrestling like 2012, and now he's just back into it, and it's just like, man, being able to put so many people back onto it is just an awesome feeling, because it's like, I mean, we never stopped. It was cool to us the whole time, but it's nice to have people and just show people like it's for everybody.
Yeah. 100%.
So, man, it's awesome, man.
Yeah.
It's really awesome.
Just trying to keep grinding and growing, man. You know?
Yeah, and it's really great that we can just watch like like you guys just your journey. It's like we're taking the journey with you too. So it's just really great.
Yeah, for sure. And it's cool. Like for someone like me who is now on like a whole new journey, it feels like same goals but a different avenue, right?
Yeah.
Because of what's going on. Well, for me, I realize that my journey might have to take a different course to get there. And I guess we'll find out what exactly that might mean coming up. But like at this point, I think personally, it's almost like a do whatever you can to make this happen. You know what I mean? And I want to continue to create new fans and also make people happy. But I'm going to get there to make me happy, to make the people in my life happy. I think there's going to be a part of me that isn't going to be afraid to upset people.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
Yeah. You know, I think Scott Hall said it best where he's like, you'll make some friends in the business, but is it more important about making friends or making money? And it's like, he's like, when he signed with the WCW, he's like, I made the friends. Now it's time to chase the goals and make the money. So it seems like you've made the friends. And, you know, I think WWE, AEW, TNA, they're just blind not, you know, bringing in PME because
Amen.
I'm not here to disparage anyone's tag team division, but I think Erotic City could really liven up a tag division.
Hey, man, you said it. You said it, not me. I'm just...
Man. But, heck, one thing that came to mind, and this is back to the tag team division, or really a tag team match. Is there one, it doesn't have to be your own, but a tag team match that just vividly pops into your head first? So, you know, one thing I can think of is just like the Usos versus New Day, Hell in a Cell type of deal.
Oh, sure. Okay.
What was kind of like your favorite watching growing up?
I think I go back to, and it's not like your atypical tag match. It was the Hardys versus Edge and Christian in Cleveland, right? Was that one in Cleveland, the ladder match, or was it the night after in Cleveland?
Which time? I think
The first one.
The first one?
So the first one where it was supposed to be for the services of Terry?
Terry Reynolds, or not Terry. Yeah. And they have the money. Is that the one with the money on top too?
Yep.
And Jeff grabs it and like flails off of it.
Yes.
I think that one's in Cleveland. Yeah. I think it's at Is it at Richfield?
The Richfield Coliseum.
Yep.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Richfield Coliseum.
Wow.
Man.
Nostalgia.
So that one sticks out to me because of just like how much it changed the game.
Yep.
Not necessarily, it just like put tag teams on a pedestal of like, hey, we also can be in like essentially a main event light.
Yeah.
Like we're not just some side piece of the card. Like, no, we're actually something people want to come to see.
Right.
And then also seeing the standing ovation they got the night after that, it was like, oh, and they're like, the fans are showing like, hey, we appreciated that.
Yeah.
So that one sticks out to me a lot for sure.
And I still think that's still a wrestling match because I think that match they only use like one or two ladders. It's not like there's 83 ladders.
It wasn't TLC 2 or 3.
Yeah, like TLC 2 is a demolition derby versus that match is a match.
What are you supposed to do? They already started raising the bar. You got to keep raising the bar, man.
Yeah.
I'm not.
There's levels to this.
I'm not clowning on the demolition derby. We all love a demolition derby, but
Yeah.
I think like with you, it's like they still show chemistry in that match. It's still a
100%.
very, very like wrestling oriented match. Not let's go through 4 tables.
Sure. I think for me, the reason it sticks out the most, though, is because of the effect it had.
Yeah,
For sure.
Yeah. So that just speaks a lot of, like your opinion on wrestling. Like as we go on more in this conversation, I realize like a lot of what you like in wrestling, I like in wrestling, which I guarantee they're also thinking the same thing. So it's just like, it just tells you how fun wrestling is.
Yeah, for sure. And it's like we all have those memorable moments, the ones that stick out to us.
Yeah.
And so I'm a 90s baby, but I wasn't necessarily watching that stuff at the time it was happening. Because when I was like into wrestling, like really watching it a lot growing up, unfortunately, besides when the Hardys came back, there wasn't a lot of tag team wrestling. Maybe Paul London, Brian Kendrick.
Yeah.
So that was super cool. I will mention getting a chance to wrestle. It was with Shelby Wilder and Paul London. Being in the ring with Paul London, I'm like, bro, I'm watching you book it to the ring every night. Get clotheslined off the ring, doing a shooting star press onto the floor. Like, you want to do that? No, but like,
And Paul's so funny.
he's hilarious, and he's also a really good dude. Yeah. So I'm just glad he didn't sing to the ring this time.
Yeah.
Love you, Paul. Or hit me with trash. Actually, that's what I was really happy about.
Oh, God.
He didn't hit us with the trash juice this time. Yeah. I was like, wow, he must like us.
Oh, man.
All right, so for the last few minutes, I do have a question for you, Marino.
Okay.
So when it is all said and done, what do you want Marino to be remembered for?
That I didn't suck. No. I mean, truthfully, there's that part of me and part of everybody, right, that you want to be known as a great, like someone who actually made a dent in this business. Tag team wise, I truthfully want us to be remembered as one of the top tag teams of the decade or the period of time that we've been around and will be around. Yeah. I just want to be remembered in that light. I would say as just me as a whole, accolades aside, like obviously I've said I'd want to win world championships, obviously want to make it to the big leagues, but what I want to be remembered for is that every time I went out there, I gave everything I had, that I loved what I do, and that it changed at least somebody's day, point of view, love for wrestling, helped them escape from whatever they're dealing with in life. At that one show, that one time they saw PME or Marino Tenaglia wrestle, and that they'll never forget it. I want to be remembered for moments like that kid who was crying because he was so happy to be able to meet me and felt inspired by what I do. That's what I want to leave more than anything else.
Yeah. Awesome.
As cliche as that could be. But
That was really awesome.
Sweet.
Well, wait.
Oh, no, I was looking at you,
I
boss man.
I got nothing.
left them speechless.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that was really good. That was really good.
But, heck, I'll just say, man, like, just talking to you guys, you and Philly, seeing the friendship that you guys built, it's not even really a friendship anymore. It's brotherhood at this point.
100%.
And it's like, man, the amount of time, I just want you guys to keep going, keep at it.
Yep.
And
Seriously.
keep going the route that you guys are going, because it's awesome to meet you guys and talk to you guys, see where your head's at, and also just checking on you guys, making sure that you're good too.
For sure.
Because,
Appreciate that.
You know, like I said, even though we're doing a podcast, I feel like, we're wrestling media, whatever the case may be, but we also want to be different by just making sure that you guys are okay, because we check on each other all the time as well. So we do monthly checkups. So we just want to make sure you guys are in a good space as well.
For sure. Appreciate that. That's how I think it should be. Me and Philly actually had this talk yesterday.
Yeah.
About like how at the end of the day, like there's so many people you meet in wrestling, whether it's fans, wrestlers, people's like promoters, whatever. But there's only the select few who give the time of day and actually care enough to reach out and be like, hey, I know at the last show, like we talked like things weren't good. Just want to check up. You good?
Yep.
You know what I mean? So like very much appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem.
Yep. Yeah, you guys continue to stay at it. As to piggyback off of Lindsay, Like, you guys have genuine hearts. Like, continue to stay at it. And, yeah, looking forward to see more PME.
Appreciate that.
Future.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks
I mean,
for having me, too.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty much just
Yeah,
gonna
absolutely.
echo their same sentiment. So just I can't wait for Susudio.
Yeah. Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah.
Well,
It'll hit when Philly Collins wins the gauntlet this Friday at the
Bet.
Globe Iron.
yes.
And we will all be there.
Let's go, Philly.
Mm-hmm. Well, other than that, that concludes our episode, guys. Thank you, Marino, again for joining
Yeah,
us.
thank you for having me, guys.
And of course, guys, like and subscribe. Click the nice red juicy
the button,
button.
man.
Yeah, you gotta press
Click,
it. Just,
click,
just,
click,
yeah, just. But thank you, Wrestling with Progression and Marino. We are out. Ooh la la la. Ooh la la la.
Now, this is the part where I don't know where he ever stops.
Ooh la 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 la. Ooh la la la.
Cool.
I
That was
never-
good.
I never know
good.
when the camera cuts.
Yeah, right.